Welcome mates, I'm Bloodthirsty Lord, but you can call me Lordy until we're back on Paragon. Once again, you should be seeing more Aurora gameplay in the background. It's pretty much a continuation of the offlane Aurora gameplay that we had in the last news topic and the one before that. It's pretty much going to end within this video most likely because there's only a little bit of time left, but that is not the main focus today. Instead, we'll be talking about some hidden secrets of Paragon, and that is some voice lines that started appearing through data mine files and leaked information in version 36.2, and it legit just appeared out of nowhere, and we got voice lines for the first original hero roster that was in Paragon before the new heroes did come out every 3 weeks, and so on. So pretty much we got the original roster of heroes voice lines, and they sound pretty bloody amazing. And just by hearing these voice lines, you get more personality of what the character is supposed to be, what the hero that you've chosen to play on Monolith in Paragon is supposed to be, and it's so great to hear them. And we'll pretty much go through them all, explain them all, and pretty much talk about each hero individually. Pretty much a lot of juicy information within this video connected to the voice lines of each hero. They're supposed to be like hidden secrets because we found them, data mined them, leaked them. You know how it is. A lot of you guys work so hard to find these files and information, and it's great to see that. But mates, before we get into this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe button to keep up to date with the greatest and latest Paragon gaming content and Paragon gaming news. As always, expected here first, so without further ado, let's get straight into this. And also I want to explain 2 alerts I want to give you guys, the family mates, because some things have been happening, YouTube glitches are still occurring, like the one that makes you unsub from a channel that you are watching daily. That is ridiculous, it's still happening, some of you mates are getting affected by this, and you mates have mentioned it within the comment sections of my videos, so pretty much if the glitch is still occurring to your account, make sure that you see the button where the subscribe button is. If it says subscribe, you're all cool. If not, then you might want to tick that subscribe button if you want to keep up to date with that content, and even trying to hit the notification button, that will help out even more, so hopefully this unsub glitch doesn't happen once again. Because it's truly sad seeing mates go away from their channel, then find their way back because of the recommended section, and not because they subscribed initially, and then obviously the glitch happened. So it's kind of sad that is occurring, but hey, hopefully everything goes well, and hopefully YouTube does fix that glitch. And the second alert is that you guys really enjoyed the facecam video I released a couple weeks ago. It was insane how much feedback we got from that. I'm hoping you guys want to see more facecam videos in the future, maybe vlogs, some interesting stuff here and there, because I could do it. I got my camera ready, I have some equipment ready. It could work, and it'll be really fun to do. So if you guys want me to do more, just comment in the comment section down below saying more facecams or something like that, or start a hashtag more facecams, because that'll give me a great idea if you want to see more of these in the future, because they're really fun to do. So let's get back on track. All of you mates have been linking me this voice line to Paragon constantly, and constantly you guys tell me to make a video on it, and now we are. These voice lines are bloody amazing. There's around 13 voice lines for 13 of the original heroes within Paragon, and they sound glorious. From Kallari, my bae, to Fey my main, and to Howitzer, the pain in the ass hero in the game. Oh my god guys, it's insane. How many voice lines we gained from the data mine leaked information. It's around 3 minutes each for each of the voice lines. It's insane, but we're going to show you the highlights of each one and pretty much talk about it and say how will they input these voice lines within the game. So the first hero we're going to listen to, his voice lines for Fey my main. I love Fey. He's an amazing hero. Sadly, a little bit weak in Monolith side. Hopefully he gets a buff sometime soon, but that is nothing we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about his voice lines, and his voice lines are interesting because you'll be able to hear them right now.
Involve yourself to understand. Every hunter should know what it means to be prey. I enjoy the winds of life, pipe, song, and spear. In my day, we did not need such trinkets.
And the reason why they are so great, he's so wise. That's what I love about Fey. He's a wise person. He knows how it feels to be a hunter and prey at the same time. That is great. And also, as you can hear within his voice, he's very elderly. He's old and he has experienced quite a bit being the hunter and prey, and so much more within his voice lines. It sounds bloody amazing. And I'm starting to love Fey even more, connecting back to his personality and his voice lines. He makes him sound so wise, and that is bloody amazing. Something I can truly connect to. And now we'll move on to Deco voice lines. You'll be able to hear them right now.
Somewhere, something incredible is waiting to be scienced. Interstellar combat. Please. It's the inevitable heat death of the universe I worry about. Oy. The search for intelligent life continues. Look, there's a lot of stuff out there. Like panic attack a lot.
Deco's voice lines are amazing because she's pretty much always looking at the bigger picture whenever she's in somewhere or around somewhere, and she never feels alone, as you hear by one of her voice lines. And also, she sounds like she's an explorer and a scientist at the same time, and she's always looking for something more. Even though she knows she might not find it, she'll still go for it and try to look for it. That is so amazing. Just makes her sound persistent as hell. Also, I want to mention the voice lines that you're hearing in the background of this video at some points is because those voice lines will be in game in a winning stage or entering game or losing stage, or pretty pretty much at random moments within the game, you'll be able to hear these voice lines whenever you choose that hero. So it's pretty sick how they're going to be implementing this into the game. It's pretty much how Smite does voice lines and how League of Legends does voice lines of each of the heroes within a game. And now we move on to Sparrow, which is coming back to life on Monolith at this current state, and here are some of her voice lines.
Refinement. Now that's a matter of perspective. Pulled too tight, the string snaps. Too loose and it won't draw. Seek the middle tension. Aim before you shoot. A troublesome habit to break.
These voice lines are interesting as well because it makes it sound like she's noble, also sounds like she's a mentor or teaching someone right now while she's talking in her voice lines, and also she sounds very wise as well, and she's like experienced the bow and how it pretty much works, and that's why she uses it as her main weapon. So it's kind of interesting. I want to know more information about Sparrow, and these voice lines do give her more personality guaranteed. And one thing that's happening every time I listen to the voice lines, I'm getting more lore. There's a lot of lore in the voice lines, it's insane, and something might break down in the future, but right now, I'm going to pretty much hold back a little bit because I might mention it, but I won't mention everything about it. And now we move on to the monstrous Grux voice lines, and here they are.
Blood the soil. See victory grow. I see no warriors. Only cattle! Give yourself to war. Come! Test your flesh!
They sound bloody amazing. You can hear the monstrous voice and the deep voice that Grux has, and it sounds bloody amazing. He's like he's always ready for war. He's pretty much going to slay anyone that gets into his way, and he always wants to taste victory no matter what. So that's really great. I love the toughness of Grux within his voice. It sounds bloody amazing. And he wants to be honored, so pretty much any challenger that is worthy enough to versus him gives him some type of honor, and that is really great. He's more of a war hero, and that's bloody amazing to see within Paragon. And now let's move on to the most evil hero within the game, Gideon, and let's hear his voice lines as well.
What do any of you know about true power? The cosmos does not obey laws, only the will. Cling to humanity and fail to evolve. Few see the horizon and dare to reach beyond.
Gideon sounds bloody amazing. He pretty much feels like he's doing everything by himself. He doesn't care about the law of the cosmos. Everything that goes against him, he feels like he's higher. He doesn't think people understand the meaning of power that he has and he bears with him on a daily basis. That is crazy, and Gideon does sound like a selfish prick or cocky prick. Either way, he does sound pretty cool, so something that we all can agree on guaranteed. And now let's move on to the most bloody amazing hero within the game, my bae, Kallari, and her voice lines are here.
It'll be quick. Like falling asleep. You're mine for now, but in the end, we're all free. Truth has always lived in the shadows. Before you slip away, please, tell me what you see.
She does sound robotic, which is obviously something she has to have, but also she does have the meaning of death with nearly every quote she has in her voice lines. It is bloody amazing, because we know that if you see me playing Kallari, and you see me just pinging non-stop or something, and they hear these voice lines right behind you, you better be terrified, mates. It's pretty much death non-stop. She doesn't care about anything, but she always wants to know the little details, like before you slip away, what do you see? She's pretty unique, mates, you gotta give her that. Now let's move on to the next hero, and that is Muriel, and her voice lines are here.
In all things, choose love. Who am I? Who are you? There are no easy answers. This is your only warning. Do not touch my family. I am far more than you see.
Straight off the bat, she does sound like another robotic hero like Kallari, or some type of AI unit, that's what she does sound like. But the most important part of her voice lines is the tone she does have. It sounds heavenly. So I'm guessing she's not the bringer of death, obviously, compared to like Kallari, which sounds like she always wants to kill someone. But in this case with Muriel, she always sounds like she's there to protect you and she's always going to be there for you. So it's kind of interesting how they did that with the voice lines, and I really like the chosen voice lines for Muriel and Kallari as well. And now let's move on to my favorite caster within the game, and that is Gadget. And now let's hear her voice lines as well.
Okay, dude, it's real simple. This place could use a woman's touch. Happiness is a warm hover engine. Hey, what do I know? I'm just an aerospace engineer. Never trust anything you can't take apart.
I'm loving the voice of Gadget because it's completely different compared to any of the other characters within the game, especially the female side of the characters within the game, because the rest sound like the more matured levels of maturity, aka mature with age, 25 plus, but with Gadget she sounds like she's under 25 or in the teenage years of her life, and that's why she sounds, well, a little bit more high-pitched within her voice, and obviously sounds more energetic compared to the rest of the heroes, and she's very interested in the mechanical side of stuff, and she used to be an aerospace engineer. That's kind of interesting, followed by all these little things here and there, and she loves anything that's mechanical. That's 100% right there. And now we're moving on to the Pain of the Hearts hero, Howitzer, and here are his voice lines.
What are you looking at, runt? Say hello to my metal friend. Ain't nothing that can't be solved by a well-placed impact crater. You look at me and see some kind of psycho, bomb-crazy critter.
The thing about Howitzer, he's kind of interesting because obviously he has a mech and there's a little guy inside it or a little creature of some sort inside it. It's just interesting combo right there. Followed by the actual voice lines itself, they're funny as hell. They got a lot of funny remarks in it and things that you wouldn't expect from this character. Because obviously he has a mech and he's controlling everything. He's more of a person that will shoot first and then think after. That type of idea of that character, that's what Howitzer is. So he doesn't think on the spot and then do it. He just does whatever he wants, then thinks about it after. So it's really interesting how this hero has been planned, and the voice line or the voice actor for it sounds bloody amazing. And now we move on to the biggest hero in the game. Whenever he ults, it's terrifying as hell, and that is Rampage. Rampage voice lines are here now.
This my land. Fight for life. Only way. Understand I. You understand?
So you can hear Rampage's voice is pretty close to the Grux voice line, but there are obviously differences between them both, and that is the wording that he does use whenever he does talk. It feels like he's from the past and he's lived a long life being as Rampage, or whatever he is, that creature of some sort, and he's a storyteller. You can hear that in his voice, followed up by these little things he does, pretty much asking other people if they do understand him whenever he does talk, because he's a creature of some sort. It does sound interesting, and obviously I want to know more about Rampage or what he is, because that could play a crucial part in the lore connections in the future. And now we move on to Murdoch and his voice lines. You'll be able to hear them right now.
Good, bad, don't amount to a spent cartridge once the dying starts. Play to win, shoot to kill. You got the right to remain silent. Anything you say can get you vaporized.
And Murdoch's voice sounds so rich compared to the other heroes. I didn't expect it to sound like that, and he does give me that space cop theme that obviously he's from and what he actually is. He's pretty much a space cop, and you'll be able to hear it in his voice. It sounds pretty bloody amazing. He's got these smart-ass remarks between his voice lines. They're pretty cool, and these voice lines make him very unique compared to the rest of the heroes. And now we move on to the hero Twinblast, and here are his voice lines.
Hey, take it easy on the paint. I just got detailed. Look, man, I'd give you a hug, but, you know, gun hands. Play nice, and I'll tell you where I keep my ammo. All right, long shots. Open fire.
Twinblast is very unique as well. Compared to Murdoch, they both have somewhat of a rich taste or rich voice in the actual tone in the voice lines, but with Twinblast, it's a little bit more unique as well. He's pretty much like Howitzer in some way. He doesn't plan what he's going to do next. He's always just going to do it no matter what. That's a kind of unique thing about Twinblast. And obviously, there's a lot of theories about Twinblast and what he actually is, and where he came from, the cartel and all that. But that's something for another video. These voice lines do sound pretty unique. And now we move on to the final hero, and that is Steel, and here are his voice lines.
My name is Steel. Stand behind me. This is what I do. Heroes fight for revolution. I am their shield.
And once you hear this voice, for Steel, it is insane compared to the rest of the heroes. He does have a unique taste to it and unique tone for his voice, followed by the actual voice lines itself, the quotes he does say. They really are very interesting because he sounds like he's a leader, also a shield for his faction, and he's there for a revolution, and it just sounds bloody amazing. So Steel does have some very fun voice lines indeed. And that completes all the voice lines for the heroes that we know of at this current moment that do have voice lines, and they sound bloody amazing. Obviously, each one is very unique and more personal depending on what the hero is, and you can connect to that through your own personality. If you do adore those heroes, you might find a better connection with them, and you'll be able to hear the voice lines whenever you purchase something through a shop, whenever you spawn into a game or die and respawn, or pretty much when you enter a game, or whenever you chose the hero. You'll be able to hear these voice lines coming out over there, and they sound pretty bloody amazing. But mates, as always, I want to know your thoughts on this video. What do you think about the voice lines for each of the heroes? Which one do you love the most? And which specific voice line or quote did you gain from there that you really found interesting? Leave your opinions and your thoughts in the comment section down below. And also, one of the mates from the family mates did obviously contact me about these voice lines, and he uploaded all these voice lines onto SoundCloud. There's around 45 minutes of goodness right there. So if you want to listen to the voice lines while you're playing a game, or pretty much doing anything, you can do so. The voice lines and the link to them will be in the description below. So mates, if you did enjoy this video, show your support by smashing that blank like button. Let's try to get 200 likes on this video, and if you make sure to see more Paragon Gaming content and Paragon Gaming news, all you have to do is share this with your friends and hit the subscribe button to become a mate today. And that is all for this video. Oh, time's good, but don't you worry, we're back very soon. Hey Jazz boys, because you ain't seen nothing yet. Just imagine if there's an Aussie hero within the game, an Australian hero within the game, and they decide to pick me to be the voice actor for it. Oh my god, guys, wouldn't that be bloody insane?
And that it feels right.